All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about this because it caught me off guard. I was at work. Next thing you know, I looked up and the stock was 30% down, 40% down. I'm like, what is going on? Like, really, what's going on? Because it had a nice run up, yesterday. It was running up a little bit this morning. And then it just started selling off. Like, I had no clue what was happening. So then I was informed that they announced a reverse split. A 1-for-100 reverse split. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why did they do this? I can understand why they did it. There's good sides and bad sides to this, okay? But I felt like they shouldn't have announced a reverse split prior to the meeting, okay? Especially if the meeting is going to be good news, if it's going to be good news. So then I started thinking, okay, why would they go ahead and announce a reverse split that's going to take effect today into tomorrow? So tomorrow when you wake up, if you have so many shares of TTOO, they're going to take 100 shares. Can you guys see me? They're going to take 100 shares of they're going to take 100 shares of your shares and give you one. So every 100 they're going to give you one, okay? Some people don't understand this. Just for example, you already know I have 6,200, somewhere around there, 6,300 shares, right? So when they're done with the reverse split, I'm going to end up with 63 shares, which is very, very disappointing. It feels like you're being robbed, right? Because this is why it feels like you're being robbed. Because if the stock starts to run or squeeze, you will only receive, the way I understand it, you're only going to get less profit back if it squeezes up to a certain amount, okay? And this is the way I understand it. Versus you having 6,000 shares and it squeezes at 6,000, which 6,000 shares that I used to have, I will get more back, okay? I mean, it seems that way. Okay, if I'm wrong, quote me if I'm wrong. But no shareholder likes a reverse split. The only good thing about a reverse split is that if the price goes back up, or if it stays the same when it splits, your investment that you have will still be the same, okay? So if you're already down like 50%, 40%, whatever the price you see when the market actually ends at the closing of either the end of the day or after hours. So whatever the price closes at and how much money you have in your account, tomorrow at 4, when the market opens, you're still going to have the same amount in your account. The same amount as if, you know what I'm trying to say, when I'm trying to park. So I got to go into the gas station. You're going to have the same amount what you put in when the market closed. But I'm going to give you an example also, a better example. Just say, for instance, you're already in profit or you have your initial investment in, and the stock closes and they do a reverse split, your shares get taken away, but your money still stays the same. So whatever your initial investment is, or if you're negative, whatever you have in your account when the market closes today, at 4 a.m., it still should be the same, okay? But your share count is going to go down, okay? Your money is going to stay, whatever it is going to stay. That's kind of the good side if the stock price go back up. But when the market opens up, what is that? I don't know. Truck is just blowing at the car. But if the stock goes back up, then I mean that's going to be a good thing, okay? But you have less shares. Hopefully the stock continues. But if the stock goes down, they start shorting it again, the hedge funds come in, they start shorting this thing again, then you're going to be even more and more and more and more in the hole. It's not a good thing for retailers, shareholders. I'm going to put this up here. It's not a good thing for shareholders, period. Unless it goes in the right direction. I got the window down. Unless it goes in the right direction, okay? So we're going to see how this turns out. I normally don't stick around for a reverse split. And I did say once I hear about a reverse split, I was going to get out. But it happens so quickly, like it didn't even give you a chance to, the stock didn't even give you a chance to make your decision, right? Because as soon as it got out, no, before the news even got out, they were already doing what they needed to do. Some people were shorted the stock. I don't know, probably the insiders already knew what they were going to do. Then the hedge funds knew what they were going to do because they heard it next. And then we're at the bottom, okay? By the time we got the news, the stock was already, it did what it needed to do, okay? Now, could it rebound? It's possible. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. But if they start shortening it even more and more, you're just going to be deeper and deeper and deeper in the hole, okay? Now, this is one thing that I've learned, and a lot of you guys should learn. That's why they say only put a certain amount in the market or on a stock that you're willing to lose. Period. Don't put your whole life savings in a stock, because if it crashes or they do a reverse split and they short it again and it goes down and down, you're going to be feeling so horrible, okay? Like with AMC, so many people had high hopes and dreams, like people had high hopes and dreams for this stock too, but even more for AMC. And some people put their life savings in there. Like, I could not believe that. Like, they just didn't care. Like, they thought they was going to be so super rich, okay? Because they were taking advice from other people, because some other people were giving advice. They were giving out advice, and they were not financial advisors, right? And they were telling them to hold, and all this other craziness. But people were putting the life savings in there, and they seen what happened, okay? And they did a reverse split and all this other nonsense. But anyway, so we're going to see what happens. I know on September 7th, the market cap was 114 million. And then as of today, what's today, the 10th? The market cap is 57 million. Like, half of it's gone because people start selling, okay? What else? 5 million volume. Let's see. I wrote some more notes down here. The stock is now at what, 17 cents. And I did say in one of my morning price prediction videos, I did say that I feel like someone said, someone else said it was going to go down to 10 cents. And I'm like, I can't see it going down to 10 cents. I said, if anything, it was going to stay around this bracket, like between 17 cents and like 31 or 32 cents. That's what I said. And I seen it come down to like high 16, but it's still hovering around the area where I said, okay? The reverse split deal, I mean, I'm not liking it. A lot of people's not liking it. A lot of people's not liking what's going on. Another question came up. Can they stop a reverse split? If a company comes up with some way that they know their share price is going to go up, or they're going to make a profit, or they come up with some funds or something, they can just decide, okay, it's off the table. Like they can make that decision after they've already called it, right? They can like pull it back and say no. But is this going to happen? I don't think so, because it's very rarely that happens. It has happened before in history, but very, very, it's a small percentage. So that's the answer to that. There was something else I was going to talk about. Oh, the price after the reverse split. What is the price of TTO going to be? Okay, this is going to be the thing. Tomorrow, when you wake up, the price of the stock is going to probably be around, I'm going to say in between. If I had to look at the price now, it'll probably be like $17 tomorrow. Okay, it's going to look like it's just on a super run. And there's going to be people that don't know. They don't know how the stock market works, so it's just going to look like it's running up, and some people are going to start buying in. Okay, it's going to be a mad rush to buying stocks because they're going to think it's squeezing or something. That's for people that don't know. But the stock price is going to be around $17. It at the current price it is right now, the 17 cents, it's probably going to be around $17 tomorrow. But if the price fluctuate in the after hours, so if it could be between 16 and 17, between 16 and $18, okay? But I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not gonna say I'm sure, but at the price right now, it's gonna be around $17, somewhere in the teens, okay? $17. So that's what it is. And hopefully when it price changes tomorrow, we don't see a very harsh shorting of the stock, okay? The good thing, I'm gonna tell you the very good thing about this, the only really good thing about this, the company is doing it so they can stay compliant. The whole goal for them is to stay on the NASDAQ, to stay on the stock market. They do not want to get flushed into the OTC market, or it's going to be pretty much over. So they had to make a decision on a reverse split. They had to, because there was no money coming in. Like, there was really no money coming in besides investors, and no money from any other company was investing, like a lot of money. So they had to do something, and they were running out of time. I told you earlier today that they were on this thin line of them making a decision, and they made it. And it just the same day they made the decision, it happened the same day. The reverse split is going to happen the same day. So that's the only thing good about it for the company standpoint of it. They can stay on the NASDAQ longer, and if more good information come out about their testing, or they get this thing really rolling, because they have to manufacture it. Just because they got it approved, it takes time to manufacture it. So maybe they needed time to manufacture it, but they wanted to stay on the they wanted to stay on the NASDAQ, stay compliant. So if that happens, then the stock could definitely run up. I mean, I think it could run up. But that's it, guys. I mean, I'm still in. You guys can do what you want. I have a risk tolerance, and I'm still in, okay? When I decide to sell, I'll let you know, because I have an out price, okay? I have an out price when I get down. So far, I'm just going to take my initial investment back, okay? And then move on to the next play, okay? But that's it, guys. I have to go. And I'll see you in the after hour. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.